So if you want to do 338 Win Mag, here's some cases. I have the Frankfurt Arsenal press. What you'll do is you'll take this, bring them back, and you want to go to the large one. I don't know if you guys can see that, probably not. This is large right there. So you want to make sure you keep rotating these until you get to the large one. You pull back, and then you feel it lock into place. This is small, see it right there? So then if you go the other way, I believe it'll go large. You pass that, there you go. So can you see it? It's kind of worn out, but there you go. There was a little better shot. So large. That way that'll help get everything set up. Get you your die set. This is actually a Redding set. I just used this case. You can see I wrote on there 338 Win Mag. I already have this set, but those of you that don't know, it's pretty simple for the most part. What you want to do is when you first get your die, you want to check the length of this measurement here. They tell you from the top of this to the bottom of this needs to be a certain measurement. It'll tell you in that book. Some of them are different. Some of them are 187.5, some of them are 437.5, some of them might be something different other than that. Basically what you'll do is, if you have the Frankfurt Arsenal, you'll have your die block. They have some other kinds. Hornady makes some different ones. Sorry, it's kind of hard doing one-handed. So you put that in there. Basically you'll run this down until it hits your shell holder. You can see that right there. Is not all the way down, so I'm actually going to back this off a little bit. Let me loosen this up. Sometimes that's what you run into on these. So let's see, do this, back that up just a little bit, and then we'll actually, let me back that up some more, turn this down. So you want to make sure that closes all the way down. See how it's closed all the way down now? This you tighten down or loosen up from there. Then you want to tighten this up. These are brass, so you will strip them out pretty easily once they're good. One thing I found out is the 338 is pretty tough for when you start to size it. It may not bump all the way down sometimes. These have already all been done. I've lubed them up with the Imperial Case Lube wax. Basically, you put some on your fingers, and then you'll pick up your case, and you'll go from the top all the way down to about the belt line right there. Just run it around there. It doesn't have to be super thick, but you want to get it, pretty. You can see it's on my fingers. A little bit goes a long way. And then you'll line it up. You'll put it in there. This might not really show up really well. And then you'll size down. Make sure you go all the way down. Don't do a half stroke. You'll feel a little resistance coming back up. And then there you go. That one's done. You might be able to actually see it. You see I went down just to where the neck is. See how that is right there? So basically what you're doing is you're resizing this. You're resizing the mouth, the neck, a little bit of the shoulder, and then the whole length of the case. You want to look in your manual. If you can get one of these. So if you get one of these right here, you find where you need to get in there. It'll have all your dimensions and stuff in there. And then you'll move on to the next. So if it's saying your case needs to be whatever 2-inch 350 thousandths or whatever, that's what you want to make sure it is. If it's not, then you want to make sure you trim it to size. Have a case trimming tool, whether it's by hand or something that's more automatic. You can see you're doing this right here. It is a little bit of time consuming, but it's not horrible. This is a good thing to do. Once you get the hang of it, once you get it set, it's good. Just pay attention. Sometimes these things do like to come loose. You might run into a couple issues there every once in a while, just like I did. You saw when I was starting it up how I didn't want to go all the way down. And then what I do is you either have one of these, which this isn't for this one, but it actually check to make sure that your case is good into size before you actually do it. Before you start loading it. Another thing you can do is just pull out your your firearm, and then you can actually check to make sure that it's good in there before you put a bullet or primer in it. Just run this dry in the magazine or whatever you have through the bolt itself. That way you make sure that it fits before you put a whole thing together, and then you have to tear it back apart, which anybody that's done any type of reloading for a while understands that happens to a couple of us every once in a while. I can actually show you. It's happened to me on a couple things, and I actually have a jar here called mistakes. I have a couple. There's, I don't know, 7 or 8 in there maybe since I've been reloading that I kept track of. And it's just, take them all apart and to start over takes a little bit of time. Just depends what tools you have. But that is how to case size 338 Win Mag using the Frankfurt Arsenal press. And I'm using a set of the Reddings dies. So if you have any questions or anything, leave some comments below. And thank you.